Welcome to the Deep Dive. Today, we are taking a rapid-fire stack of research on one of the fastest evolving fields in modern business,
Project management.
project management. We're here to understand what the sources are calling the AI-powered PMO revolution and why this isn't just, a new software update.
Right.
It's a fundamental structural change in how work gets done.
And it's an essential deep dive for you because the source material makes this really striking, almost unsettling claim
No.
that project management as a discipline has evolved more in the last decade than in the 50 years before that, combined. We are at a serious inflection point.
Wow. That's a huge statement. I mean, we've seen PM evolve from, manual scheduling and spreadsheets.
old way.
The old way, exactly, into agile and these really sophisticated cloud dashboards. We call that digital transformation. But you're saying AI is something beyond that.
That's a different category entirely. Digital transformation gives us better tools. AI is giving us, well, better minds.
Okay, let's define that.
Yeah.
What do we actually mean by AI in project management?
It's about using these advanced algorithms, machine learning, to fundamentally enhance how you do everything. Planning, resource allocation, real-time forecasting, and especially decision-making within the project management office, the PMO.
So it's not just a digital task list.
No, it's about making the entire operation predictive.
Okay, so to really appreciate the scale of this shift, let's do a quick history.
Yeah.
Where did project management even start, and how did we get here?
We can really trace it through three stages. First, you have Project Management 1.0. This was the structural era.
Okay.
Think Gantt charts, rigid timelines, basic task tracking, very focused on scope management.
The era of the clipboard and the plan that you just could not deviate from.
Exactly. It was all about structure, compliance, essential for big industrial scale work, but it was completely static. If something went wrong, you only found out after it was already a problem.
After the fact.
Then came Project Management 2.0. This was driven by the internet, by collaborative tools. This is the era that gave us agility, Scrum, Kanban. 2.0 was all about faster delivery, cross-functional teams, moving away from that purely linear process. It's about speed and collaboration.
And that brings us to now, Project Management 3.0.
This is the current revolution. It's where AI fuses the structure of 1.0 with the speed of 2.0, but then it adds this completely new layer, intelligence.
And that's what transforms it from being reactive.
Yes, from fixing problems after they happen into a discipline based on predictive intelligence.
Okay, break that down. What's the real-world difference?
Well, think of it this way. In 1.0, you knew you were over budget when you got the final bill. In 2.0, maybe your weekly sprint review flagged a potential issue.
It's a bit better.
A bit. But in 3.0, the system knows weeks in advance that if you don't shift 3 resources today, you have an 85% probability of a cost overrun next month.
That is a staggering amount of foresight. So for you listening, imagine a system that isn't just checking tasks off a list. It's analyzing data patterns from every single project your company has ever run.
Yeah.
It finds these subtle connections like teams that use a certain tool are consistently late, and it flags that as an immediate risk on your current project.
Or think about the human side. The source material talks about AI tools that analyze stakeholder communication.
Like emails.
Emails, meeting transcripts, you name it. It's looking for escalating sentiment, for friction. It can flag a potential political issue that a human PM might completely miss until it blows up. That is AI-powered PM in action.
Which, of course, leads to the big question, the one everyone always asks. If AI is doing all the predicting and analyzing, what happens to the human project manager? Is the PMO being replaced?
And the consensus from the sources is really firm on this. AI is not coming for project managers. It is coming to project managers.
Okay.
The goal isn't to eliminate people. It's about a radical enhancement of human performance.
So the job description is changing, fundamentally. If the AI is handling the complex forecasting, the reporting,
Yeah.
what's left for the person?
What's left is what tech can't replicate. Strategic leadership, nuanced coaching, complex change management, and critically, the ability to exercise judgment when the data gives you conflicting signals.
I see.
AI is reshaping how decisions get made and, maybe more importantly, how leaders allocate their attention. They are finally freed from the administration treadmill.
That makes a lot of sense.
Right.
If you spend, half your time chasing status updates and building reports,
Yeah.
all of that time is now available for strategic work.
Exactly.
So let's dive into that. The sources identify some major shifts in how AI is redefining the PM role. Let's start with a big one.
Let's. The most revolutionary part we just touched on, predictive analytics for smarter decisions. This is what moves the PM from being a historian to being a strategist.
From hindsight to foresight, you said that earlier, and it really sticks. Practically speaking, how do these AR models even achieve that? It sounds a little like science fiction.
It's all about massive data processing. The AI isn't just looking at, whether you're behind schedule today. It's scanning all of your historical project data, budget variance, resource patterns, vendor performance, even things like weather delays. And it's creating these incredibly complex scenario models. It spots tiny anomalies that a human would never see, but when they're aggregated, they reliably predict the future.
So it's just pattern recognition at a superhuman scale. It can tell you, based on the last 5 projects where this person had this much workload, you have a 70% chance of being late.
Precisely. And the power isn't just in the prediction, it's in the suggested corrective actions. Instantly.
Okay, so it doesn't just raise a red flag.
It offers a menu. It says, Option A, increase this resource's utilization by 10%. Option B, push this deadline out by 3 days. It empowers the PM to intervene strategically instead of, waiting for the crisis meeting to react desperately.
I can see how that just completely changes risk management. It goes from being a static list to a living, breathing projection system.
It does.
Okay, so if that's the strategic advantage, let's shift gears to the second major impact. This one is all about getting the PM their time back. Automated administration.
And this is often the change that gets the warmest welcome. Just think about the sheer volume of admin overhead a project manager handles every single week.
Oh, the drudgery.
The drudgery of status reports, meeting minutes, logging time, chasing people for sign-offs. These tasks are repetitive. They're rules-based, which makes them perfect for AI automation.
Yeah, and this is where we see tools, as mentioned in the research, like those ChatGPT-based assistants or sophisticated Jira automation, or Microsoft Copilot really changing the game.
Right.
They can listen in on a meeting and automatically draft comprehensive notes, assign the action items, and then summarize the whole thing into a 5-point email for executives.
Imagine the relief. You spend hours every week writing slightly different status reports for engineering, for finance, for the C-suite. Now, the AI just extracts the right metrics and formats them automatically, tailored for each audience.
That's huge. It shifts the project manager's role from being the chief documentarian
To being the chief decision maker.
Exactly.
And the so what here is that dramatic pivot in focus. If the AI handles the admin, the PM's time shifts entirely to these higher value activities. They can finally become a true leader, a coach for their team, a manager of organizational change.
So their value is no longer measured by the quality of their Gantt chart.
It's measured by the quality of their strategic influence.
For project manager, moves from paper pusher to trusted advisor. That must feel like a monumental professional upgrade for people who are willing to make that shift.
It is. And the third major area where AI is defining PM 3.0 flows directly from both of those things, from prediction and automation. It's enhanced resource optimization.
Resource headaches. One of the most persistent, painful problems in project management, right? You have limited people, limited money, and all these competing priorities across dozens of projects.
And managing resources is so often a zero-sum game. It's decided by gut instinct or, frankly, by whoever has the most political pull. Poor resource allocation is the silent killer of projects. It leads to skill gaps, team burnout, delays, inflated costs. The list goes on.
So how does an AI solve that complex puzzle better than a human can?
By processing a level of complexity that is just. It's too vast for a human brain to manage across an entire portfolio. An AI can model resource assignments based on real-time availability, skill requirements, cost, and the predicted risk level of every single project, all at once.
So it's not just looking at who's free.
No, it's looking at who is best positioned to minimize the overall portfolio risk.
Wow. So instead of a PM trying to manually negotiate for resources project by project, the AI is like a central nervous system. It's constantly modeling and adjusting to maximize efficiency and maintain team health.
It can even prevent burnout before it starts by flagging overutilized people. It's about maximizing efficiency by minimizing friction. It allows the PMO to ensure the right person is on the right task at the right time.
Which frees up the human manager to focus on motivating the team and developing their skills, not on the logistical nightmare of scheduling.
That's the goal.
It's just so clear from these 3 points. The predictive analytics, the automated administration, and this enhanced resource optimization, the whole role is being redefined from its foundation.
It is.
We're moving from managing tasks to managing strategy and talent.
Which brings us right back to that crucial conclusion from the research. This evolution, it's not a future thing, it's happening now, and the stakes are very high.
The sources are pretty blunt about it. They say an organization's ability to harness this AI capability will determine whether its PMO becomes a strategic asset or an obsolete relic.
No middle ground.
No middle ground forming. It becomes a strategic asset driving value, or it gets buried by administrative overhead.
And this is really a mandate for leadership to act. Now, the call to action in the research is so direct, it says you must lead the change, build the AI-ready PMO, become the project manager of the future.
Which means developing a new core competency.
Yes, technological literacy married with advanced leadership skills.
The very definition of success for project manager has radically changed. Success used to be, hitting the deadlines you set.
Right.
Now success means leveraging predictive intelligence to make sure those deadlines are hit efficiently, while the PM focuses their energy on the human dynamics and the complex strategic alignments that tech just can't touch.
That is the pivot. The structural and predictive work is being rapidly automated. So the value of the human PM has shifted entirely to things like judgment, coaching, strategic alignment, and managing complex organizational culture.
So to recap, we've gone from the static 1.0 through Agile 2.0,
Right.
and now we're in this intelligence-driven 3.0. We've seen that AI's main job is to enhance human performance.
By providing foresight, getting rid of admin, and optimizing resources.
Exactly.
And this really leaves us with a final provocative thought for you to take away from this deep dive. If AI is now perfectly capable of handling the mechanical predictability of a project, the scheduling, the forecasting, the reporting, what does that do to the definition of a strategic project? If all the routine work is optimized, then the human PM's expertise must evolve to meet the challenges of only the most complex, the most ambiguous, the most high-impact projects. So the question is, how must your own skill set, your leadership, your coaching, your change management ability, how must that scale to meet that increased complexity?
That is the real challenge.
That is the challenge of the AI-powered PMO.
A profound challenge for the project manager of the future. Thank you for guiding us through this essential deep dive.
My pleasure.
Until next time.